Alright, hey guys, hope all is well. I'm coming to you today. As you see in the title, we're going to be talking about poop. So, anyone that gets grossed out at the sight, the thought, the mention of poop, hold on. It's really more so an informative video. I'm gonna try my best not to gross you guys out with any like graphic details and stuff like that. But these conversations are important. So really, what I want to talk to you guys today about is something that I really experienced myself, and something that some of you guys may be facing on this journey. And then by which journey I mean is the journey to vegan. Right now I am on a journey to vegan. I have been going vegan for the past month, and so it's been a lot of changes, whether it's in my diet or whether it's in my body or out of my body in this case. So on with the discussion. I was talking to someone today, and we were discussing how our diets have affected, just our overall well-being. And I said, actually, like, I've been getting constipated. And they're like, oh, where? Like, are you drinking enough water? Blah, blah, blah. And what we ended up coming to, what we ended up actually really considering was the idea that when you're vegetarian, a lot of vegetarians still have dairy or cheese, even though, difference between vegan and vegetarian, of course, is the animal products. So even though you might be eating a plant-based meal, you might still have cheese if you're vegetarian. So, and that was me. I'm from New York, and I love me some egg and cheese sandwiches. So I was still eating eggs and cheese, and it was delicious. But how was it working in my body? And as someone, and I find many people, I'm not the only one, and I know I'm not the only one, who still eat dairy but are lactose intolerant, it has an effect on us, and we know this. And I could literally time how quickly I would go to the bathroom, whether I drank milk cold, whether I drank milk with like hot, like in a tea or something like that, if I like mix a little in my tea. But it was something where it didn't affect me a whole lot, or so I thought. Now, when you're going from vegan to vegetarian to vegan, as I'm doing, your body does go through changes. One of the biggest things with dairy is that it creates a lot of mucus in the body, which also leads to a lot of inflammation, because the body can't circulate energy and its resources as well. So you have, your systems to get all backed up. And one of the things I actually saw, in the first 2 weeks, is that I was getting rid of a lot of mucus. It was almost like it would just
dislodge and want to exit my body.
So that was one thing I saw, and I was like, whoa, this is interesting, because it wasn't like I was sick. It was just like things that were still clogging up my system were trying to leave. So that was something good that I saw. Sorry, that's kind of gross, but it was a positive thing, so I thought I'd share. And, from that point, I also noticed that my bowel movements had changed, and I was getting constipated, or, my stool was like very dry or like hard to come out. So, in the conversation, I was just thinking about how being lactose intolerant affects your bowel movements as well. And for a lot of people lactose intolerant, it kind of helps things slide through. to put it lightly, it helps things slide through. So, at least for me, and I'm gonna say that being that I was lactose intolerant, it masked the fact that I was not getting enough plant-based fiber and other nutrients that would help, and food sources that would help kick that food in my body out once it was used by the body. So when I started going vegan and I took out the dairy that was helping me let these things flow and go, it was something where my body was like,
wait, we needed that. Where's it going?
And things just got stuck. So now what that has taught me is now I really have to keep a closer eye on my diet, because honestly, I was kind of a naughty vegetarian. And it's something where it's especially when you consider yourself a vegetarian, when you're saying like, I don't eat meat, it feels good, it feels empowering. However, at the same time, there are plenty of ways, and I know my vegetarians and vegans out there know this, there are plenty of ways to eat really naughty when you are living that lifestyle. I love me some eggplant parmesan. There was no meat in it, but it was fried, it had cheese, it had all the good stuff on it, or what I thought was good. And, still like seeking out those things that aren't good for me, I kind of reasoned it in my mind as, oh, well, at least it's not meat. But at the same time, now going vegan, I'm seeing how dairy had helped me along so much and in releasing those things from my body that it was like, wow, now I really have to get on my diet and pay attention to what I'm eating, else I'm going to have other problems. Because, when mucus started leaving, that's great. But if you still have your bowel movements not moving as efficiently as they should be, that creates a lot of problems. So even as vegan, you have to keep an eye on your diet. And, if you're like me and you're kind of just discovering this, there is hope for us. We just have to be more disciplined and find those sources that we like, that will help kick everything out the body. My one that I actually grew up on, that my grandmother introduced me to, was prune juice. She would mix it in tea. I don't drink soda, but she would mix it in like her Coca-Cola and stuff like that. So, that's an alternative to help with the flow and with the movement. But if you really, there's tons of information around. There's tons of vegan YouTubers here that, I've been taking help from all ends. I've been going on Facebook forums, and I definitely recommend that. People can be so friendly and so helpful, and really just embrace the journey. Not to say not to eat like cool vegan desserts and stuff, because if it's delicious, it's delicious. But at the same time, be very mindful and pay close attention to what food groups, what nutrients you're taking in, and making sure your diet is a holistic diet, whether vegan, vegetarian, or even if you're a meat eater. Everyone, whatever lifestyle that you choose, make sure that it's a holistic diet. You have to really be adventurous. You have to really try things out, and you have to see what's good for you. I will say, if your stool is black or has spots of blood or is red, definitely seek a doctor. I'm not a doctor, and I'm sharing with you my own personal experience. But if you see anything different, or if you're just uncomfortable with what you're seeing leaving your body, definitely seek out a physician. So, hope that helped, guys. Thank you for your support. If you haven't yet, please subscribe for more videos, and I will talk to you guys next time. Peace out.